evening, everybody. Welcome to Israel 101. Today we have a special class for you, and it is on what to take, what not to take, and packing. We've had the privilege to go abroad many times, and a few years back, we were blessed to have a professional traveler teach us on how to travel abroad with minimal clothing and luggage. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, how much you really actually need in order to travel abroad and not bring 3 suitcases, be able to buy souvenirs, and really bring things back with you that you want to bring back with you. So the first thing that we're going to do is talk about our carry-on bag. This is my carry-on bag. You're probably going, what? So in this bag, what do I have? It's kind of hard to do this with one hand, but in this bag, I've got the essential toiletries that I will be needing, which is deodorant, it's mouthwash, it's toothpaste, a little bit of makeup, things that I will need in the airport before I get where I'm going. So that's my carry-on bag. You want to make sure that your bag is see-through as well, because they're going to be checking all of that at the when you check in at the airport. Also, these are my clothing. You always want to pack some extra clothing because you don't know if your luggage is going to make it on time. So, what do I have in here? You will be surprised when I take it out, because when we land in Israel, we will land in Tel Aviv. We'll get to spend a day on the Mediterranean Sea. And if your luggage doesn't get there, you will not be able to enjoy Tel Aviv and the sea. This is a fold-up hat. This hat is appropriate for the sun if you like less sun. Also, I have in here a swimsuit and a wrap. I have, of course, the basic personal items wrapped in here, and these are palazzo pants as well as a blouse. So all of this is in my carry-on bag. But not only that, I also have in here this is the cords and everything for my electronics, my iPods, all my electrical things in here. I have my iPad here. It's a small one, but it's here. And I also have a couple of books for reading on the plane if I want. And I also have my travel Bible. So, on the outside, I have my glasses, and I have 4 extra pockets if I wanted to put everything else in. The key to really packing, really compact, is using a packing component. That packing component can be one of these that I just showed you. You can get these online. Or it can be a 2-gallon bag. In here, it's 2 shirts and a pair of shorts. So you can also get 3 or 4 more items in a 2-gallon size bag. And you just make sure all the air is out and it compresses, and you're able to pack that in your luggage as well. The first day that we get there, once we land, you're going to be going out and enjoying yourselves. We'll be having dinner that day, and you're going to need something for dinner. So the reason that I have my palazzo pants and my blouse and my other more personal items in here is because we will be going to dinner, and you will want to just freshen up a little bit before you go to dinner. So that's a lot to be in a small case, but it does work. Tom, can I get your assistance, please? Okay. Can you just take all of these off for me? Also, for the plane, you will be able to, get earplugs for the TV from there. But if you take your own, it's a lot easier, and they're a lot better. So that's why I have all of my electrical things with me. You'll be able to charge those in the airports as well. Okay, so that's carry-on. The thing with hats, we have several hats here. The do's and don'ts of hats. This is a men's hat. You're going to see men modeling different kinds of hats. You want to make sure, men, that your hats have UV protection as well as women. This is another also travel hat. It folds and goes in your luggage as well. UV protection here. The sun in Israel is very hot, so you want to make sure that you're well covered if you're wearing a cap. I haven't found any of these with UV protection, but you want to make sure that you have full coverage on your head and not a visor. Because with or without hair, because of the hot sun in Israel, you will get burned. So no visors. I know they're kind of cool looking when your hair is sticking out on the sides, but no visors is what we've been advised on that. Any questions on carry-on? Okay. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you this luggage here on the inside of it, and I'm going to try and do it with one hand. Tom, you may want to help me with this one. You can leave it there for now, if we can see it online. Can we see that suitcase, Lisa? Pull it out in front of the table for me. Okay, so this is my travel for, or my luggage for 3 weeks. Right now, my suitcase weighs 29 pounds. In my suitcase, I have clothing for the rest of the trip. I also have room to bring back souvenirs or whatever I want to bring back, because you are allowed 50 pounds. So if you pack light, you don't have to worry about having to make room to bring other things back, and you will want to buy souvenirs there. I know the ladies, we love to go shopping. We love the scarves. We love the shawls. We love all the fun stuff. So you still have another 20 pounds that you can get in this suitcase and bring back with you. Now, I'm going to pull these things out, and I'm just going to lay them up here. But as I do that, I'm going to have some of the models come up for me. And after I talk about this a little bit more, and we're just going to show you some of the appropriate attire, okay? So, when we go to Israel, when we leave Tel Aviv, we'll be going to the Galilee. That's the northern part of Israel. That part, we're going to do a lot of hiking, as we do all over Israel, but it's a lot more shaded. It's a lot cooler. It's a lot more rural than it is in Jerusalem. So in this package here, instead of going in your suitcase and having to rummage through everything, I have 3 outfits in here for the Galilee area. And in this, I won't take it all out because I don't think I need to, but I have the kind of pants that I'm wearing right now, travel pants, very lightweight, that can be washed and dried within an hour. These pants are good because they have zip pockets, as you can see right here, which is going to give you a lot of security for your personal items. It's got extra pockets up here. It's got pockets in the back, which you probably will not use. And one thing that I did not mention is you want to have one of these. This is a travel, security passport holder, cash holder, credit card holder. You want to keep all of your valuables on you. This is one that I have here. We're going to see some pictures in just a minute here of another one that will go around your neck. This will fit on your belt. The other one will fit around your neck. So you want to make sure that you have a way to keep your valuables safe. So this is, as I said, the Galilee. In here is 5 days of tour clothes and dress clothes for all of Israel. So in the Galilee, when we go to dinner at night, I have plazo pants, I have skirts, I have sleeveless blouses, I have wraps. And you're going to see the things that I'm talking about here in a minute. And we'll be able to answer any questions that you may have as well. But in this packet, I have things for 5 days in Jerusalem, and I have my dress clothes for all of the tour in here. In another one, I have my swimsuit, an extra swimsuit that was not in my carry-on bag, as well as shoes to wear on the inside. Like when we go to the pool, you know, there's swim shoes in here, and if you don't want to wear your heavy sandals, just something, a slipper or something for your feet to go in the pools, we will be in lots of water. And we'll have lots of pools and everything in the hotels. So you may want to carry something like that as well. And, of course, here is another bag. So when I'm ready to go to bed at night, I can just take out this bag. It's got my pajamas, all my personal items, my slippers, and everything in this one. So this is all I have in this suitcase, of course, and shoes, and the rest of my toiletries, which I'll need for the whole trip, which are the larger items, and those I have. If I can get them out, I have right here. Wow. So as you can see, I have a lot of big items here. But as you can see, you can take a lot of things without using up a lot of room in your suitcase. And it just depends on how you pack, okay? So Lisa's going to put up some pictures now, and I'm just going to show you some of the things that I just talked about here. And then we're going to have our models come up and show you a few more clothing that we can wear. So right now, Lisa, do you want to just go ahead and put up those photos? Okay. Okay, so the first thing that you see there is basically the hats that I just talked about. UV protection, you guys, is so important. So you want to make sure that you've got those items with the UV protection in them. That's all of the things that I've shown you here. And the next slide is going to show you, hold on 1 second here. I think the big screen isn't on. We're just waiting for the big screen. I'll go ahead and keep talking while we're waiting for that. But the key thing is you're going on a Christian pilgrimage, and the attire is really important in some of the places that we do go to, and we'll talk about this a little bit more later. On the days that we're in Jerusalem, we'll be able to dress casually, but we'll also be going to holy sites. So we're going to show you what you need to do for that. You don't have to wear dress clothes all day or skirts all day or things with sleeves all day, but we're going to show you how to appropriately dress for that as well and still keep your items at a minimum. I think that's coming up now so that those of you that are here can see that as well. But while we're getting that together, I'm just going to go ahead and ask some of you to come on up. Pastor Anthony. Pastor Anthony is wearing the, can you guys online see him? This is your usual outfit for the Galilee area. If you turn around, you notice that he's got the flap in the back. That's another really good hat because, like I said, the sun is so hot. And the further south you go, the hotter the sun is going to be. So he's got the walking shoes on. If you guys are going to buy new shoes, please get them now because it's hot, your feet will sweat, and you will get blisters. I've had several questions. Can I wear tennis shoes? You can. It's not recommended. I've had people that have worn tennis shoes because they chose to do it instead of following the recommendation, and they've come back with blisters. So Pastor Anthony is wearing the typical shoe. What brand is that?
I bought it from Walmart.
Oh, okay. So, but you can see that they have the thick sole. You can see that they've got lots of cushion on them, but you need to break your shoes in. So the sooner you get your shoes, the better off you're going to be. Okay. And also with his pants, you can see for the men, double yet. The similar pants, he's got the zippers, I believe, the pockets, the low pockets. He's got numerous pockets on those. But there, I will show you also one of the other types of shirts that you can wear that has extra pockets and zippers on them as well.
There's a pair of pants that I bought because I saw other people that had them. They have the zipper, their pants where you zip them off and the legs come off. So that way when you go to places where the men have to be covered down on their legs, you don't have to, it's hot there. And you can just zip them off and it's a lot cooler.
So you have long pants and shorts in the same pants. Yeah. Awesome. That's awesome. That's good to know. Okay, so thank you, Pastor Anthony. All right, so Roger, can you come up for me? Now, Roger is wearing another typical outfit that is very comfortable, that she can wear all day. This would be something probably that you would want to wear in Jerusalem or in the Galilee. And the, why don't you go ahead and step up here so that they can see you. Okay. I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
They can only see that stuff, I think is what she
Oh. Lisa, can you put Brigitte on the screen for me? One moment, guys.
She should be on there. I think you're blending in with the wall. That's why. Let me take my sharing off for just a second.
Okay, so, and I'll go ahead and finish talking about this. But when we're in Jerusalem, you will need different attires for different sites that we go to. Your typical Jerusalem day will be something like this, will be something like I am wearing. It could even be something like the long plazo pants. I'm sure all of you know what those are. And those are just pants with the really wide legs on them, like this. And you'll be able to wear those as well. Now, these, you can have a sleeveless blouse with this, but as you out and about and we go to the holy sites, you will not be able to go in the holy sites without sleeves. So you will need a shawl, a wrap of some type, so that you can get into the holy sites. Also, you cannot get into the holy sites with pants. So still wear your pants. The way to get around that is one of these two ways. Tom, you want to come up? Is Brigitte has an elastic waist skirt on the bus. You'll just slip that on.
Oh, I thought I was going to get to wear it.
And for me, sorry, Tom. And for me, I've got a shawl. And what I'm doing, you want to bring it closer so you can hear me? And so what I'm doing is I'm wrapping my shawl around like a skirt. Either one of these are appropriate, okay? So, thank you. So, but it's easy. You don't have to worry about when you're going to be going to the holy sites. You will get that information before you leave the bus the day before, okay? So you will definitely get that information. Also, let's see. I think that's all for the Jerusalem part, or the southern part of the trip. Sandy, Ramon, and Phoebe, can you come up here for me, please? Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is the appropriate attire for dinner. We always land in Israel during Shabbat. When we go to dinner that night, beginning the night that we land, we will see a lot of the Israeli people in the hotel, as well as us. Any of these outfits here are appropriate for dinner. Men must have a collared shirt, okay? The long pants that Ramon has on are not really for dinner, but they're the ones that Pastor Anthony was talking about with the zipper. For more casual, you do need dress pants for dinner, okay? So these are the ones for more casual look. A pair of dress pants for dinner. Phoebe is wearing your typical Israeli look when you go there. They're usually in black and white. And so she's got the black and white. You don't have to be dressed up. Your dresses should be knee length. And your dresses, you should probably have sleeves or a wrap. Sandy is wearing something a little bit more casual. She's wearing a long dress, but over this you can see she has a
Yeah, 'cause it's strapless. I mean, it's
So it's strapless, so she just put on a little top over that. Still with sandals, and it's very appropriate. Any of these are very appropriate for that. So, yes.
This is the same sort of thing that you can wear, like whenever Brigitte was up here and she was talking about going into the holy sites. If you have a tank top on, all you need is something, a wrap like this that you can put over, or a shawl, and that'll work. And then my only other suggestion is for your dinner attire, because I bought this before the first time I went, like 10 years ago from Target. It was on sale. It was probably $20 or something. But what's great about it is you can crinkle it and roll it. I mean, you can treat it any way you want, and whenever you unfold it, you look like it's been, you know, it looks pressed. And so I wear this probably 3 nights out of the week for dinner. I wear it all the time. So, and so you don't have to have 21 nighttime dresses to wear to dinner. You can have, you know, a normal, you know, number. What do you think, Connie? Like one. Roman, don't listen to him.
For dinner, I usually take like 3 different skirts, and I'll take different blouses to go with them, or palazzo pants or something like that with different blouses. And that's how you're able to get a lot of clothing in for the whole trip. Okay, thank you, ladies. Ramon and Phoebe. I'm sorry, not you. Clesson and Rhonda. Thank you, guys. So, Clesson and Rhonda are coming down. And what we have here, we talked about the attire. Yeah. Okay, so here what Clesson has is something a little bit more casual. And he's got the cap going, he's got the shorts going, he's got the other cap going, hat going. So either of these guys, whatever you're comfortable with, you know, just be comfortable, but in the appropriate attire, okay? Now, and Rhonda? Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. So when we go into the holy sites, please do not wear any sleeves that are sheer. This is sheer. Anything, even this sheer, will not be acceptable. If you can see anything through it, you will not be able to get into the holy sites. So if you're carrying a shawl, make sure it's not this, but it's more like, hold that in for me, Rhonda. Something a little heavier like this. On our last trip, we did have someone that almost didn't make it into the holy site. Luckily, someone else had a shawl that she was able to borrow. And what happened was she had on long sleeves. But you got to remember that the dress attire there, that's acceptable, nothing see-through, and no pants in the holy sites. And they're very strict about this. No, there are certain places where there are no Bibles as well. So we will let you know where you cannot take your Bible as well. Yes. No, absolutely not. I just, yeah. Right. Okay. It does not have to be white, okay, but light. White is perfect. Rhonda has the perfect thing here that's appropriate for dinner. Rhonda, why don't you slip those pants on for me as well? But she has the perfect thing for dinner. The lighter the colors, guys, the cooler you're going to be. I've had folks ask me in the past, can I wear jeans? Sure, you can, but it's not advised. You want to be as cool as possible. The pants that you're seeing, like the pants I'm wearing now, are clothes that will just dry within an hour in the shower. Okay. So you may want to take that as well, but you can find, if you have specific questions about the clothing, feel free to contact me. Contact Sandy or any of the ladies that have been, Tessan, Anthony, Ramon, any of the guys, and we will be glad to answer those questions for you. But the key thing, guys, is to be comfortable. Do not buy shoes at the last minute. Make sure you have a secure place for your valuables on you. And we're going to go ahead right now. I think Lisa may have those slides ready that we can look at, and we'll go ahead with those. So do you guys have any more questions online? Okay, so going back to the shirts that I was talking about, I was actually going to show you a shirt that has, Tom, there we go. So what you see, guys, is what I'm wearing is a shirt because the sun is not good for me. It's not good for my skin. I burn easily in the sun. So what I have is a shirt that I can use when I'm in the direct sun, if it's too hot, or it's a shirt that I can roll the sleeves down on if I can get it.
They can't see that online right now because they have these up.
Okay.
So you got to run through the
Okay.
pictures in there.
All right. Okay, so we're running through the pictures again here. Over here is your typical men's outfit. You see the pants there have the pockets on them and the zippers that I was talking about. These shirts will have they're breathable UV shirts, and they will have the sleeves that'll roll. The top one has roll sleeves like I'm wearing, and the bottom one has short sleeves. So either of these, any of these are appropriate. This is just on the other side of the screen is a women's outfit, basically kind of what I'm wearing right now, except the shirt has short sleeves on that one. Let's go ahead and move to the next slide. This is basically what I just showed you, a really good way to pack in order to be able to use your space to the max and bring back as much as you want to. Either one of these will work for you. The next one is on this screen closest to me is the other valuable holder that I was talking about. That one fits around your neck. Some of the ladies like that one because you can just put that right inside your blouse and get to it easily. And so either one of those are good, very appropriate. And the shoes next, those are actually my shoes. They're Keen. I've used these shoes for like 3 years now, and they're still very comfortable. So bottom line, make sure that you're comfortable. Make sure you secure your valuables. And make sure that in your overnight bag, in case your luggage gets lost, you will have a something to wear the day that you get there. I don't know if that will happen, but we never know. The shirt that I had Tom pull out for me is a men's shirt. And you'll notice on this shirt, okay.
Can you put your back with us so they can see? Can they see this online?
Okay, so this shirt here is your typical men's style shirt. You can see it's got multiple pockets in the front. It has the sleeves that will roll up or down. And the cool thing about these, and the latest shirts as well, is they're breathable. So the wind will go through here, and that actually works as kind of like an air conditioning for you. So that keeps you really cool. The fabric is very soft. Those of you that are here, if you want to come up and you want to feel the fabric afterwards, feel free to do that. Your men's shorts, very, very lightweight, very lightweight. Tom's going to show those. Here you've got the zipper. You've got 4 or 5 pockets in the front, and you've got pockets in the back as well. So you want to wear something that's going to be able to keep as many of your valuables as close to you as possible. Okay? Are there any questions? The fabric content of the shirt, I don't have my glasses, so I'm going to have Tom read it to you. Read it on this one, Tom.
Made in India.
He's looking for it now. But if we don't find it now, I will definitely get it and get it back to you.
There you go. There's the tag. 100% polyester. 100% polyester. want more information.
Okay, I'll get that information to you guys, okay? For sure.
Well, it says, I mean,
Okay.
it goes, says it in Spanish. And
They're very cool, they're very breathable, and you can find, just shop wherever you want for your things, but just make sure you get them in plenty of time. Okay, are there any more questions? Sam's Club? I was just told that you can get those shirts at Sam's. Also, the ladies' pants I know you can get at Sam's. This is not a commercial for Sam's, an advertisement or anything, but you may want to check there. Any more questions? Okay, guys, thank you. I hope this has been helpful for you. If you have any questions, feel free to call. Yes. About?
you got an extra bag like just for going on day trips?
Day trips, they do not recommend that we take backpacks. However, you can take a small bag. That bag stays on the bus, though. So if you want to take things with you, a lot of times we'll take a small bag with us. We get water, several bottles of water, but if you want to take extra water, a little snacks or anything, you can take a small bag. It's not recommended that you walk around wearing a backpack, though, especially in Jerusalem, in the city. Okay. Did I answer your question, Lisa? Okay, Michelle? Purses. Okay. Your purses, usually we take a small over-the-shoulder purse. I will go over that with you, and I will go over the travel carry-on bag with you as well, with the items that goes in that. And it's usually a small over-the-shoulder chest strap type purse that stays with you, nothing large. Make sure it doesn't just have the handles on it, but that it does have the over-the-shoulder strap with it. Okay, Crystal. These I ordered online, and I will go on the website. There are 3 sizes in these bags, and they work so well, you guys, I cannot even begin to tell you how well they work. And the good thing about them as well is that your clothes don't get wrinkled. You know, you're not just pushing things around in the suitcase and trying to pull it out and everything, but it stays very neat and just compact for you, and you can just pull it out whenever you want it. So, yes. Usually it's in a class, but I can type something up for you, or I can talk to you more about it in person. Yeah. Sandy, is there anything else? Oh, okay, good point. Sandy, and that's what we're wearing now. Sandy just mentioned that. We go in and out of the water a lot. So make sure that the shoes that you get for the trip can be worn in the water and on dry ground as well. The kind of shoes that we're wearing right now, the ones that you've seen Pastor Anthony and I and some of the others with, they dry almost immediately when you get out of the water. Plus, they're thick enough so if there's rocks and things, you know, you don't get your feet aren't irritated by that. Are there any other questions? These are, yes. Yeah, they are hiking sandals. And I can send you a picture, close-up picture of it. It's Keen, I think. Is that what it is? Okay. So this brand is Keen, but there's so many different brands. Okay, any of your sporting goods stores is a good place to get things like this, as well as Sam's Club. So you may want to check with that. Here in Albuquerque, we have a store called REI. And so that's where we get a lot of our things. But any sporting goods store would be really good. Any other questions? You know, not as regular as Sam's Club, but they do have them. I know that Sam's Club have a lot of things like this. Cabela's? Yeah. Okay, are there any other questions or comments, you guys? Are you excited?
Oh,
Oh yeah, right. Me too. It's going to be awesome. We're looking forward to it, and we're just excited to be taking this journey with you. Any questions that you have, you can contact me directly, you can call the office and leave a message, and we'll get back to you on that. But one of the requests was, do we have a list with all this information on it? I will get something together and get it out to everyone local and those of you that are traveling with us from out of state as well. Is that it? Thank you guys, Pastor Kon. This is my darling husband. Yes. I know him as Honey. Everybody knows him as Pastor Kon.
Well, thanks, girl. That's why I have her do it. She's good at that kind of stuff right there. Woo! At any rate, very excited. Got a lot of good things coming for you today. A couple of you asked questions about the kayak going down the Jordan River. I got word. I talked with Israel this past week, and that is a definite on. So the kayak is back up and running. So we're on it. They booked it, and we got reservations on the kayak. That's just fun stuff. Also, I talked with our travel agent quite a little bit this week. We changed up Greece in a big way, in a very big way. We were running into price. I don't want to say price gouging. That's not the right word. That's not fair to them. But the price kept going up, and it seemed like what we were getting in return wasn't matching. The value wasn't there the way I wanted to see it. So I changed it up big time. So we've really changed the Greece agenda tremendously. And I like it much better. We're going to leave Tel Aviv. We're going to fly to Thessalonica. We're going to spend 2 nights in Thessalonica. Thessalonica is the second largest city in Greece. It's up in the northeastern part of Greece. You know that's where Paul's first letter was written to. When Paul came over to Europe, remember this first major place he stopped was Philippi. So what we're going to do is we're going to spend 2 nights in Thessaloniki, depending on the flight schedule. And that's still up in the air because we just made this final decision on Friday. On Thursday or Friday, one of the two. But at any rate, better? Better? I got some great news. No, I was... But in Thessalonica, we are going to get there in the morning, Lord willing. That's how we're intending to get there. We'll get to Thessaloniki, and we're going to do a tour of the Christian sites there. There are a few archaeological ruins that are significant for Christians there in Thessaloniki. We'll go to the hotel, have our dinner, have the evening free. It is right on the sea. It's a beautiful city. So we'll have a free evening in Thessaloniki. The next morning, we're going to get up, and we're going to take a bus to Philippi. So we will see the ruins of Philippi, which is really worthwhile. Of the ruins in Greece, these are some of my favorite. Greece has some really good ruins. Philippi is the least developed of them, but what is there is really sweet. We'll do that. We'll come back to Thessaloniki. Then we're going to drive down a road known as the Ignatian Way. So once we're in Philippi, we're going from Philippi to Thessalonica. We'll point out Berea, and we'll go down to Athens. If you've read or studied the New Testament, you realize, wait a minute, that's Paul's journey right there. So we're going to be following exactly his journey. We'll get down into Athens. We're going to spend the rest of the time in Athens. In Athens, we're going to have a day tour now of Athens that will include Mars Hill, where Paul spoke in Acts 17 and debated with the 18 or 17? 17? Yeah, right there. Thank you. We have Anthony here. I'll tell you what. 17. So we'll have that right there, and we'll he does debate there on Mars Hill. We'll go up and look at the Parthenon. Now, in these classes in the spring, we're going to spend a lot of time on the Greece extension. That'll be for those going to Greece. And we're going to really hit Philippi. We're going to hit Thessalonica. We're going to hit Athens. And then we're going to do a day tour down to Corinth and back out of Athens. So we'll have tours in Athens. We're going to have Corinth in Athens. You have a free day for the shoppers here in Athens. And then there's going to be other things available to you in Athens that will not be part of the package. You can do whatever you want to do, or you can stay at the hotel, or you can jump around and just go check out Athens, man. So you're going to have one free day in Athens, and then we come back home. Everyone's asking on the price. Don't know. But what my travel agent told me, again, now that you changed it, Con, this price will be less than the one we were doing before. Before, she said it wouldn't be more than $2,500, and we were bouncing a little bit over $2,500. So I just canceled the whole thing and said, let's start over, and we're going to just do this tour. And I like it much better because it is truly a biblical tour of Greece. But you have your free time in Athens to play and have fun. So that's what's going to be going on in Greece. Passports, another thing we've got to mention on the passports. Got to get the passports. I know they're saying now it's 3 to 4 weeks, but don't wait much longer. We need your passport to book your flight. And so please get the passports as soon as you can, and then just bring them in to the office, give them to Connie, and she'll make copies of them. What we will do is we'll make a couple copies of your passports. We'll have one copy here at the church. Just perchance we lose a passport, we have someone here that has it. We can get going on it from back here. We'll also have a copy of the passports, all the passports, with us, and then we'll have you'll have your own passport that you will not carry with you very much, but you'll still have it with you. So we've got the passports. Please get those babies ordered. And that's what we've got. So Israel is completely finished up. I talked with David over in Israel, the founder of the company, talked with him quite a while. And he has agreed to come up in Jerusalem one evening for dinner and just share with us. I mean, he fought in the 6-Day War. He fought in the War of 73. He's been in Israel all these years. And he's just an awesome guy. This is Lilach's dad. And he says, Con, you're going to bring 20 people plus? I said, yep, 20 plus. I will be glad to do that. So he's going to come up and just share. This man has got a greater wealth of the Bible and of Israel than anybody I've ever met in my life. Just an unbelievable source of wisdom and knowledge from an Israeli perspective. So that'll be coming up on one of the suppers in Israel, in Jerusalem. So we've got that going. But Israel's tied up in a bow. It's looking good. Greece should be tied up this week. So next week, we should have everything done. Then they're going to finally send us the hard copies, and I'll be able to give you hard copy itinerary, prices, everything put together that way. That's where we're at. I want to thank many of you, almost all of you actually, have put in your deposits now. That's way good. We've got the Greece deposit. It's hard for me to say I need your deposit until I know how much it is. Right now, we are still set on the 15th of December. But next week, we'll let you know for certain, because if we don't have a price, I can't really ask you to put money down and buy something you don't even know how much it costs. So we'll have to they're going to have to understand that. That's just what it'll be. It might be pushed back a week or two. But as of right now, it's still December 15th. All right. Any other questions on that? We're good to go? Connie, again, thank you for all the work you did on this. Tom, thank you. You make a very good male version of Vanna White. It was good. You did good. You did good. You were up here doing stuff. That was awesome. 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 Thank you, man. Oh, Vanna White. I like that. I like that. But thank you, guys. And thanks for being here. Things are looking quite well. Right now, I talked with Don. He's giving me the numbers. It looks like right now we're right around 27 people that will be going. People that have paid. There's a few people that have paid it in full, but it appears, as of right now, everything I'm hearing, you're going to need a vaccination to go. And that's just going to be a non-negotiable. Israel will not let us in without a vax. And we have about 3 or 4 people that have paid in full, but they're not going to get the vax, so I'm going to pull them out of the numbers. So right now, if that's the case, I think he said 28, so we might be at 24 now, something like that. Carly, I mentioned to you, my friend Larry's daughter, her money came in now, so I think she's 24 or 25. So that's about what it's going to be. And for those of you that have gone with us before, it is like the perfect number for a tour group, because we'll be able to get in and out. Our restroom breaks will not be long. I have had tours where I've brought over 70 people, and when we're up in the north, sometimes it's just 2 holers, one for the man, one for the woman. And if you got 75 people, if you get 1 minute, it's 35 to 40 minutes. If you get 1 minute in the restroom, and that just doesn't happen, but we try. So the big groups, that's one of the problems we have up in the north, is finding restrooms where we don't spend 2 hours of the day just in potty breaks. 25 is like bomb. I've done 27 before, 23 before. It's perfect. So this is like nice. So it's going to look pretty good. I am still getting people coming up to me and saying, oh, I just heard that Israel closed its borders. Who are we going to listen to now? Department of Tourism. Don't listen to me, guy. Department of Tourism. But yeah, I'll be in touch with them, and I appreciate that, man. But yes, don't listen to other people. Stay off the internet saying what's going to happen with Israel. The Department of Tourism is saying they're closing now until this strain is studied a little bit more. They're just trying to keep it closed. Remember this, Israel's second income source is tourism. They don't want to botch this up. So they're taking it very careful right now. This is just prior to Christmas. Christmas is a big day, but other than that, this is a slow season of tourism. So they're shutting everything down to make sure they stay safe. And you know it's going to open up. You know it is. So just relax. And if not, then that's why we have that insurance. So we're going to be okay. So don't worry. Don't sweat. Have fun. Yeah, Michelle. No, Miss Michelle. Talking to Michelle. I'm just messing with Michelle. I love to mess with this woman. She's my favorite gal in the whole body to mess with. It's wonderful. Yes, Michelle. I believe the insurance will repay us in its full. The $1,000 that we lose is if I pull out or if you pull out, and you say, I changed my mind. Because what we're doing with this $1,000, I don't see this $1,000. It goes away, and that's what goes for the flights. That goes for all this other stuff. So once it's there, it's gone. So, but if we have the insurance and COVID comes up, that's why we buy the insurance. So once we get this hard copy, I want to encourage you, that's the first $300 you want to spend, is to get that insurance. And then you're just covered. And then all this is a moot point anymore. So, but that's per person. 300 per person it is. But yeah, that's a... She said, what if this COVID kicks back up in June and we're not allowed into Israel? Do we lose our money? And I was saying, we lose our money if we pull out because we just have a change of mind, a change of heart. That's where we lose our money. But if it's anything to do with COVID, that's what this is, COVID insurance. All right? Well, let's pray. Father God, again, thank you so much for another opportunity to go over to Israel, to see your word in pictures, in real life pictures. God, to see your land, the land you walk through our own eyes, to hear, to smell, to taste, to see, to feel. God, we pray that you would go before us, make it sweet, bring us home safely. In Jesus' name, amen. Now, we know each other fairly well, but when you go on a trip like this, we're going to know each other way better. It's really fun. It's really fun. That's one of the side benefits of it. And so get ready to know each other really, really well. And it's going to be nothing but good. Yes, Michelle? Not a chance in the world. No. Michelle, you wouldn't know how to act if I wasn't teasing you a little bit. Come on now. No, we'll be very nice to you, young lady. We'll be very nice to you. You'll be good. You'll be good. All right. And Fabian should be back in our midst another week or so. Good. Okay, good. As you know, Fabian had the positive COVID, and he got sick a little bit. Yeah, so, all right, but he's getting better and almost normal. Yay. All right. Thanks for jumping online with us, guys. Miss Carolyn, we'll see you tomorrow night.